Hi guys, welcome back. I'm Paige, Painted by Paige, and today I'm going to show you how to do some beach waves. What I like to use, I love to use my Beachwaver Pro. Now, I'm going to show you some really awesome things that this does, and just so you kind of get a glance. This curling iron is amazing. If you're unsure of how to curl your hair, this literally does it for you. So it's really awesome. I'm going to show you how to use that. And I'm going to show you some of the products that I like to use. I do like to section my hair because if I don't, I feel like I'm just taking too big of sections. I kind of get lazy and you kind of try and find the pieces you missed. So usually I'll just section it off into two different quadrants, pull this up and pin it up. Now I'm going to go into barrel size. So the larger the barrel, the less your curl is going to hold, because what's going to happen is the barrel is so wide that your hair, it's not wrapped around it tight enough. So throughout the day, this is going to fall out really easily. But the tighter the barrel, the tighter the curl, and the longer it's going to last. Now, I'm not saying you need to use a very small barrel. Mine is maybe 1.25 inches. I think this is a great size. I still get very full body, full voluminous waves with this curling iron. So I'm going to show you how to use this guy. Now, the most of my video, it's not going to be using this the way that it should be used, just because I like kind of doing my own thing, but I want to show you the awesome perks that this thing has. So if you guys are kind of unsure on how to curl your hair, you're having difficulties, this, like I said, literally does it for you. So I like my curls in the front to always go backwards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold my clamp. Now, this clamp is going to go on this side, because think of it, it's going to turn to go that way. So I'm going to hold the clamp down here, and then it's on the right button. So think the right side of your hair, it's going to be on the right. Now I'm literally just going to press this go button, and it's curling. And I'm just let it sit there for just a few seconds, and then release it with the clamp. Pretty easy. Now, personally, I like to use this as a wand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these and I'm going to just wrap it around. Hold it there for just a little bit. Now, by doing it this way, using it as a wand, doesn't it get such a tighter curl? Don't you see that? So I'm actually going to go over this one. I just kind of wanted to show you guys how it works. But this, now you can kind of see the difference of what each style does. I don't have a problem with using this to its fullest potential. When I curl my sister's hair, that's how I do it, and her hair holds awesome. But personally, I like to get this tight beach wave going, and then it's going to last me a little bit longer. Now, another thing to remember, the bigger the sections, the harder it's going to be for the heat to go through that section. So if you want your curls to last, don't take as thick of sections. Now, if you're in a hurry, I totally get it. That's what happens to me sometimes. I'm like, I just want to curl my hair really fast. So I take really thick sections, but to be honest, it's not going to last as long as if I were to take my time and take a little bit smaller sections. And something else to think about, you don't want to be running your hands through your curls right after you curl it, because what's going to happen is you're going to disrupt that curl. So wait till it cools. Just let it sit where it is. And then if you want to run your hands through it or put hairspray on it, I usually put hairspray on after each section. So like I said, I'm doing this bottom quadrant first. I usually get a little hairspray, and then I'll do more hairspray once I finish the top section. Now, if you want to switch up your beach waves or switch up the pattern that you're doing, you're going to want to go forwards and then backwards in the back. Like I said, I usually like my front curls to go backwards. It just kind of, I think it's more flattering to my face. Now, what I like about this curling iron, yes, I'm using it as a wand, but is not technically a wand. If you guys have seen the wands, a lot of times they actually like kind of narrow down, and I feel like you can't get the same look, the same beach wave look when your curl isn't the same size all the way around because it kind of comes to a point. So this really is, it's an awesome curling iron. I'm not using it to its fullest potential, but it really is great. Now, a lot of people are afraid when they hear the word wand if they've seen that video of that girl that burns her hair off, but make sure you guys are controlling the heat. Like I said, you guys are putting a heat protectant on. This has protection up to 450 degrees. I'm not saying put your curling iron at 450 degrees. Mine is at 350 right now. And another thing to consider too is if you have any hair color in your hair, any highlights, anything that's roughened up the cuticle in your hair, that's going to help hold the curl. So if any of you guys are watching and you have virgin hair and you're like, my hair is just not holding a curl, honestly, my hair used to not hold a curl at all. After I got my balayage, it held way better. So just something to think about, what happens with your cuticles when there's no color on it or anything. It's so soft. It's in perfect shape. When you put a little bit of damage in it and kind of roughen it up, that's what's going to get it to hold that curl a lot better. So not saying you need to damage your hair, but I'm just saying that little texture is going to help hold your hair a lot better rather than virgin hair. Because I had virgin hair up until maybe like 3 or 4 years ago, and I'm 26, so I totally was like, what the heck is going on? My hair would not hold a curl, and now it holds so much better now that I just have a little bit of texture in there. And people also kind of get the idea if they get a perm that it's going to have their hair look like this. No. What it's going to do is it's going to roughen up your cuticle, it's going to damage your hair, and it will be a little bit more susceptible to holding a curl. But if you guys are having a hard time holding a curl, don't get a perm. I don't recommend it. It's really not, you're not going to wake up with beautiful curly hair. You are still going to have to style it every day, and what it's doing is just damaging your hair to be able to hold a little bit more of a curl. So just something to keep in mind. That's kind of me being a little bit nerdy, talking about the hair cuticle and all that really important stuff that goes into learning about hair and knowing how your hair works and how to style it and all that. I'm not bashing on perms. I'm just saying if any of you guys are out there and you're having a hard time holding a curl, a perm isn't the only solution. Try getting highlights first, or try just getting a little bit of texture in there, and it may help hold the curl a lot better. So anyways, back to my curling. Sorry, got off subject. Okay, and isn't this the cutest brush? I'm like totally obsessed with this. I love Little Mermaid, and how perfect is that for beach waves? My Little Mermaid brush, so cute. So something else that I want to point out, and I know I've said this in some of my previous tutorials, but what you want to do when you're trying to achieve beach waves is you want to leave this little tail out. That's going to give you more of that beach wave look rather than having a ringlet curl all the way to your ends. So if you just leave the little end out, that's going to help give it kind of more of that beachy, softer look rather than that curled ringlet look. It's going to look a little bit more natural. Okay, so as I'm coming to this last curl, like I said, I'm gonna let them be. I'm gonna leave my hair and let it be until I spray it with some hairspray. Now, triple take, this is gonna be a tougher hold. I honestly prefer Fashion Works 12. I just ran out of it. So that's gonna be more of a finishing spray. It's a lot lighter, it's less stickier. This would be comparable, I would say, to like a Kenra hairspray, which it's gonna have a really good hold. I curled my sister the other night when we went out, and her hair literally held all through the next day. Beautiful curls, but she also has natural curl in her hair, so that's probably why. But this stuff is awesome. So what I like to do, try not to disrupt it too much until you spray it with some hairspray. Spray it from underneath. See? And now you have some beach waves that'll last you. It's nice and fun. If you guys are going out on the town, or if you just want like a nice natural look, like I said, using it as a wand, it's super easy. Using it as a Beachwaver Pro to its fullest potential is really awesome too. But personally, I like how much curl I get when I use it as a wand. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hit subscribe below, like my video. I'm going to post more to come. And thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good day.